Being single is easy. Staying in a relationship is hard work. Absolutely. But once you learn the skills, it becomes a lot easier. It's very easy after you've had a number of failed relationships to throw your hands up and go, you know what? I quit. I'm done. I'm just going to stay single. The problem with that is that you're never going to grow because inside a relationship is where you grow. I often joke about the fact it'd be a lot easier just to become a monk, go find a cave somewhere, meditate, read the scriptures. Being in a relationship, then we'll find out how enlightened you are, chuck a couple of kids into that, and we'll definitely know. Much, much harder. Yes, I totally agree. Went through it myself in my 30s, had a relationship breakdown. I've now been remarried for 30 years. And I can totally say that every year it gets much, much better because we both put in the work to make the relationship grow. We put in the work to make the relationship strong. Now, that didn't come easy initially. There were skills to be learnt to be able to do that. But the alternative of just being single, whilst attractive, it was very clear that inside that, you don't grow. Because in a relationship, that's where all your patterns show up. That's where all the interactions really are. That's where you really can see yourself. And a relationship can be a great place as a mirror to reflect those things back. Now, if you've got trauma from growing up, certainly that's going to show up in your relationship. It's going to show up as a block to love. And that's the work that you do, is to remove those blocks to love so that you've got the skills to love somebody and also, very importantly, to receive love. Much, much easier to love someone than to actually let it in. So being in a relationship, whilst it seems difficult, and certainly more so after you've been hurt a number of times in failed relationships, but really the lesson should be, okay, I don't have the skills. It's not the other people. It's not like the world is all full of men who are narcissistic or women who are all narcissistic. And that, if you tell yourself that it's all men or all women, you're lying to yourself because it's not. Clearly, 50% of marriages work and survive. The question you've got to ask yourself is why I'm not in the 50%. And what you'll find is it's going to be culture that's influenced you to show up in a particular way as a man in a relationship, in your feminine state, not certain, not knowing how to show your woman love, not knowing how to give her the peace, security, and safety that she's seeking in a relationship. As a woman, you're probably stepping in your masculine state a lot of the time, influenced by the culture and how women are supposed to show up now. Or alternatively, you've got trauma that's coming up from the past and showing up in the relationship as that block to love. Now, either of those two things can be repaired, fixed, so that love can be renewed. And that's the type of work that you actually want to be doing, is using the relationship as a mirror to see those things and then really getting stuck in to remove those blocks that are there to you being that more loving person that I'm sure you actually want to be when you step away from fear.